Okay. Hi, everybody. Yay. Shanee, to everybody who doesn't know. As you can tell, this presentation is going to be in English. Firstly, to challenge myself, I want to try and do this in English. And second, for our lovely Paulina, who now can hear me for 15 minutes talking.
She's doing like this.
Great. So before we start, I wanted to do something a bit more fun. If everybody can scan this, I have a little game that I want us to play. I used to love doing this as a little girl. And just something to kind of set the tone for the presentation, and maybe you can guess what it's going to be about. So we're going to start a 10-second kind of countdown, and just try and pop as many bubbles as you can. Is everybody ready?
Does it sound?
זה אמור לעשות, כן. Cool. It's done. Okay, so we started the countdown. ברור, אתה עושה. בסדר. Sorry. Okay, זהו. Okay, so this is a little bit of a teaser for us to start. A fun thing to do, I think. Anybody liked it? It was nice, like a fun thing? Cool. Did you find it a little bit more engaging? Yes. Think so. Cool. Can anybody guess? Fun, engaging, what our conversation is going to be about?
Gamification?
No, close. Okay, so addiction? Fun and engaging? Okay. I chose to talk about user delight for today. Okay, so we're just going to define a few points in user delight. What is it about? Basically, the theoretical point of it is very simple. It means that user delight is something that gives a positive emotional effect to a user in any kind of interface or device that they will encounter digitally that we all know. Okay? There are two basic, I guess, researches done about user delight. One of them, well, I'm going to show both of them, but the first one would be hierarchy of user needs. It talks about three staples that we need to have in our work process to achieve this user delight. So the first would be to have functional, usable, basically, and reliable interfaces. Basically, everything we do every single day. All of the methodologies we all know and use, whether it's text, fonts, margins, colors, all of that stuff, to create something, a full user journey from A to Z for the user to explore in the product. After that, we kind of have some sort of a cherry on top, I would call it, of wrapping it all up with some sort of feeling on top of it all. So that would be the pleasurable part of it. Just something that is more engaging, is more fun for the user to experience. That would bring us to user delight. Afterwards, if we go in a bit deeper, if we want to achieve some sort of full flow, I would say a perfect flow to a user delight, we would divide it into two. So we'd have surface delight, which we kind of all pretty know and are aware of. We have micro animations, we have videography, microcopy that can be funny or snarky, depending on the brand guidelines. Amazing imagery or artwork, sounds, as we can see in Waze, for example, that they have the sounds that we can interact with and get a specific person to say it funny, like in a funny way and stuff like that. So that would be the surface delight that we kind of know. The more, I guess, boring part, but a bit harder to achieve part is the deep delight, which is basically a very immersed, you get the user to be immersed in the productivity of the product. You try to make it very holistic for him as an experience, and also reduce as many pain points as possible, make it as less problematic for him to not encounter any things that he may not understand, make it very flow-friendly, I would say. So if we combine the two, again, we would achieve user delight. Why would we want to achieve it? Oh, my transitions here are perfect. So for me, from all of the research that I've made about this situation, this topic, I found 3 basic core reasons. The first one would be to have a passionate returning user. If we make something that we're passionate about, the user and a good flow, or perfect flow as it says, the user would want to use it again and again and again. The second one would be if the user wants to use it, he will most definitely recommend it to other people, and they would come and get into the product, would increase popularity of the product. And obviously, we would have an impactful product and a very good return of investment for us, for the client who invested in us in creating this product. Okay, so a few examples that I saw. There are many more. There's a wide variety of things that we can discuss and see. It's a huge, huge, huge topic, but I've tried to contain it into 3, for me anyway, very interesting topics that I saw. So we have the infinity and beyond, I would call it, an open-ended experience. We all know it and seen it many, many times over, whether it's on the scroll that started on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, everybody kind of incorporated that into their system. If we have Netflix with all their endless possibilities of choosing, we can end up like swiping through the programs for 10 minutes and not actually looking at any kind of program. This is one example that I found on Pitango UX with Kanel Khatasre. Just any kind of like carousels that we can see, providing the user an endless possibility within the flow. It doesn't even have to be this endless scroll. It can be even, as I said, a carousel at the right CTA in the right place that will guide them through the process. Just not making the process get stuck, I guess, but continuous as much as possible. It's not me, it's you. So personalization is key. Knowing our user, anticipating what his needs are, what he would like to see, whether it's with very good and funny microcopy that is brand-based, that is something more that can anticipate what the user would want to read. We see it in MailChimp, for example. We talked about this, let's not. With the pressing the button, and then all of the snarky kind of microcopy and a lot of beautiful animations. Here you can really understand the brand guidelines. It's more of a cool vibe to it, more modern intake to it. Lemonade is an insurance company, and they do use something a bit more fun and engaging with the user to get them to sign in, and use the product. For me specifically, it's even Face ID, for example, with the Apple Pay, just simple enough features that we think that are very mundane, but are very, very engaging and make our life much, much simpler to use. Voice directions, as I said, on Waze, for example. All of the onboarding that you get on TikTok, for example, that you show people, you show the system what is your favorite, and then you get your feeds according to it. So making the user the center of it, basically. Creativity will set you apart, beauty and function. So I'm guessing this is a bit more self-explanatory. Being creative as much as possible, creating something a bit more different and unique, color-wise, whether it's beautiful artwork, whether it's voice recognition or anything else to do with it. I've got a few examples here, whether it's transitions between pages. It can be a simple swipe of a mouse that looks a bit more different. Very, very subdued elements within a product that can make it enhance the experience even more. Just another example. Okay, so this is a website I wanted to go into. They sell cannabis. I've seen this website about 2 years ago, and for me it's still up to date till this day. It's really, really good. I think this is very much the true projection of user delight. Okay, so I'm going to go into it, and this is going to be my final example of today. So again, very intuitive. Everything speaks for itself in the basics of the core of the UX of it, of all the elements of the carousels, the slides, the arrows, the navigation in it is very, very simple to use. But other than that, you can see it's just beautiful. I mean, the UI in it is just very, very original. All of the transitions, the animation, everything is just, the coloring, it just elevates the product. Even the microcopy about saying everything about the specific elements in it is just very, very interesting and unique. That's it. That's my intake on User Delight. Thank you.